Hi everyone, today is our first video about natural language processing. We will go over what is natural language processing, some of the important moments of the history of NLP. We will present 3 NLP techniques. We will briefly go over in how to model fanaticism and its importance, and later we will talk a little bit about our data source, Reddit. So, what is natural language processing? It is considered a subfield of computer science, linguistics, and artificial intelligence. The purpose is to make computers understand language in a natural way, just like humans do. We can find some applications when we are reviewing the sentiment analysis of a movie review, or talking to a chatbot, or when Siri and Alexa can understand us by speech recognition. Artificial intelligence is a broader field that has many more milestones than NLP. We will focus on the milestones connected to the NLP. In 2003, neural language models started to be used for language modeling. In 2008, the multitask learning starts to be used. That algorithm was given a sentence and it was able to output many language processing predictions, just like part of speech tags and named entity tags. In 2013, the most popular word embedding model, Word2Vec, was introduced. And also in 2013, the adoption of neural network models in NLP started. In 2014, the sequence-to-sequence learning was proposed. This is a general end-to-end approach for mapping one sequence to another using a neural network. In 2015, they introduced the principle of attention. In 2018, the pre-trained models started to be used. The main advantage of these pre-trained language models comes from their ability to learn word representation from large text without any labels. The first NLP technique that we will talk about is the topic modeling. It extracts information from the body of the text. It can also be called LDA. So every document has a mixture of topics. For example, if we get an article from CNN, let's say that this article has 90% of topic X, that is politics, and 10% of other topics. So we can say that this article in specific talks about politics. And as the same way that every document is a mixture of topics, every topic is a mixture of words. For the topic politics, we can have different words like president, government, and others. Another NLP technique is word embeddings. This will be the focus of this class. The main goal is the vector representation of words. Similar words have similar representation. For example, biking will have more similar words connected to sports than with politics, for example. Word embeddings can be achieved by using different techniques like Word2Vec and Glove. The last NLP technique is the training of recurrent neural networks. It is more advanced and has many other techniques inside. For example, the text generation. With that, we will be able to make a description of a given text, not a summary, but a description of what is inside that text. For bidirectional RNNs, it predicts the words from the left to right and also right to left. With name entity recognition tag, it classifies the word to the correct tag. For example, Google is an organization and Orlando is a location. Sequence-to-sequence model. Given a phrase that will be used as an encoder, the algorithm is able to predict a decoder. For example, if you have the phrase, "How are you?" as an encoder, the algorithm will be able to predict the decoder as, "I am good." And the last one is question and answer with neural network models. It is able to sustain a conversation with a user, and a classic example is the chatbot. And then we get to the question, how to model fanaticism. We first need to understand What words are being used, in which context, and what frequency they are used. We need to determine people are or people become phonetic. Do they have a specific vocabulary or they use common words? We can see in this word cloud that fanaticism is highly connected with extremism, extreme, with intolerance, radical, and those are not good words. And now we get to a problem because computers cannot understand language the way humans do. So the solution is to use NLP techniques to extract the information needed from text. In that way, we can make sure that the computer understands the different ways that words can be used and in which context, and we can understand how the language is being used for these phonetic people. There are many, many reasons to study fanaticism. The most important one is that, unfortunately, fanatic people are transforming their fanaticism into hate and using online platforms to promote that. Hate crime is defined as a crime motivated by bias toward race, ethnicity, ancestry, religion, sexual orientation, disability, gender, and gender identity. We can see that hate crimes are getting higher, and the use of social media to promote that type of behavior is every day more common. So, this specific case occurred on November 2018. This guy was known for hating women and praised people like Hitler. He was part of different incels groups that commemorated and highly celebrated the case after he killed some women in the yoga studio. Unfortunately, this is not the first or the last case that a crime like that occurs. People on social media are getting encouraged to do this type of crimes because they believe that they are being heroes to kill women that do not have sex with them. So this is one example, but if you look on the internet, there are many, many. And they use the social media and the social network to post and brag about what they do with other people, not only women, but bisexuals or homosexual, black people, and others. From where our data come from? We use data from Reddit. Reddit is a well-known social media and stayed for a long time as a safe space for people that wanted to spread hate speech. We can find in our database still many of the subreddits that are now banned, but it wasn't for a long time, and we can see examples of this hate speech being spread. Reddit is a very large social network and has more than 430 million monthly active Reddit users, and this data is from 2020. The users age from 25 to 29 years old, and 1 in 4 US adults in this age use Reddit. So Reddit was the sixth most popular social network app downloaded in 2019. So we can expect to have very important information using Reddit comments and to model fanaticism. That's all for today. And if you need any more information, feel free to check our references or talk to us about it. Thank you. See you next time.